So I have here a 2018 Ford F350 Super Duty with the 6.7 liter diesel engine in it, the PowerStroke. And recently I had a P0128 code come up, and limited information about that code on Super Duties on the internet. So initially I did a quick write-up, which I posted online in one of the Super Duty forums, and then I'll post it down below this video to a link. But I know videos are nice too, so even though the write-up has some good close-up pictures and such, I thought I'd do a quick video here for how to fix that error. So anyway, that error, I've never done a video before, so this won't be as polished as some that you've seen. Anyway, so the P0128 error suggests that the engine is not reaching its optimal temperature, and typically that means one of two things has gone wrong. Either you have a bad thermostat or you have a bad ECT sensor, engine coolant temperature sensor. And so to fix that, first thing we're going to need to do, because in my case it was the thermostat, and we'll talk more about that in a minute, is first thing you need to do is you need to remove like a gallon or two of your radiator fluid, because this crossover hose right here is going to be full otherwise, and we want to empty that out. So what we're going to do is you need to come down here, and hopefully I'll be able to see it. Yeah, so you can see it up there. It's kind of going in and out of focus, but it's better in the write-up, the picture is. But that's where you're going to empty out part of your primary cooling system. There's two cooling systems here, primary and secondary. This is the valve for the primary. Going to attach a hose to that so that you can better hit your bucket, and and then you're going to empty that out. Anyway, sorry about this video. So then once you've got that done, you're going to come back up here, and this is where all your work is going to occur. So the first thing you need to do is you need to disconnect this end of your crossover hose. Now in theory that should be easy, because if you look at this end of the hose, it's got this quick disconnect on it. You just pry that up, pops right off. There's also one over here. The trouble is, it's next to impossible to get to it as we stand right now. So one of your possibilities is if you remove this, that's going to get some more space for you, and you should be able to get down in there with a hook tool and hook that wire for your disconnect. This isn't that hard to remove. You got, hose clamp here, hose clamp there on the other end. You could do that route. Instead, what I did is if you look down here, and the pictures are better in my write-up than what you're going to see here, but you're going to find there's 3 bolts holding the thermostat housing on down there. And if you remove those, you can then lift up the thermostat housing along with the end of your crossover hose here to get down there. It's a little tough because 2 of the bolts that you need to get at are easily accessible. One, you're going to need a universal on your socket extension to make the angle to get at it, but it can be done. At that point, you can lift this up off along with your thermostat housing, and that will expose your thermostat. At that point, you're going to be cleaning around in there just to be safe, and remove your thermostat. In my case, this is what my original thermostat looked like. Again, it's a dual thermostat here on the primary. And you can see, sure enough, here's my failure. That's what was sticking. So sometimes my temperature gauge on the dash would go all the way up to the halfway point because both of these were working properly. Other times it would only go up to the quarter way point because this one here was stuck. But anyway, so I replaced that, rebolted down the thermostat housing just by itself. I removed it from the hose. The reason I did that is so I could avoid using that universal on my socket because I don't want to round off the top of the bolt heads. Then I just pop this back down. It's a lot easier to put on than off because then you can reach around to the back side and push, basically this back in and lock it down. Now it's sturdy there. And at that point, you're just going to put back in your radiator fluid. Understand that you're going to have a bunch of air in there. So you'll have to check it every couple days. And that's basically it. So that is the quick overview. Don't rely on just this video for this project. Look at my write-up because my write-up has a lot more detail, really good color close-up pictures that will solve all your issues. Oh, and by the way, if on your truck it turns out that it's not the thermostat and it's actually the ECT sensor, the ECT sensor is right down here where my finger's pointing. You can see it better on my write-up. That ECT sensor, it's a relatively cheap part. You just unclip the wire off of it, get out a 19mm socket, back the thing out of there, put in your new one in reverse order. Pretty simple. But again, look at the write-up. So hope this helps. And if you have any questions, comments, whatever, I'll try to answer your questions down below. Have a good day.